Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today to announce the Q1 2025 book club picks. For the past couple of years, Stacia and I have been co-hosting a romance book club, largely through Discord, but we do also host some YouTube things as well for the book club. And we kind of took a break this past summer, but are super excited to have officially jumped back into things and think we're going to be kicking off 2025 with some very fun picks. So I just want to jump in really fast and talk about the book club and share our first 3 picks. If you're looking for a new book club to join in the new year or are looking to get into romance, would love to have you join us. We largely communicate through Discord like I've already said, but I'll have that link in the description down below if you want to join us. It's honestly a very fun and cozy time. We pick different books to read every month. They often fall into different subgenre categories of the romance umbrella, as well as different tropes, and we try to do a good job of mixing things up every month so it doesn't feel like we're reading the same types of books all the time. So Q1 of 2025 is going to be very fun. Our January pick, we always have our members vote for. I say always, we've done this once before because it's still a younger book club. We've only been going for 2 full years now, but we had our book club members pick our January pick for January 2024, and it was very fun, and so we decided to do that again for 2025, and the winner was The Kingmaker duet by Kennedy Ryan. We always start off the year by reading a duet, and this is what won. I don't know a ton about this book. I've actually met Kennedy Ryan, or not met her. I've been to 2 of her events in the past couple of years. Still haven't actually met her, but I have heard her speak before, and her book sounds so good. Everybody loves her, and I'm excited to finally read something by her. I'd actually unhauled these books a few weeks ago in my book unhaul video, but I'm glad I hadn't actually removed them from my apartment yet, because I would have been very sad to not have these ones anymore, because they won our January pick. So this is a duet. It goes like this, I think. The Kingmaker first and then the Rebel King. I don't know much about the synopsis, but I know that our main characters' names are Maxim and Lennox, and he is a billionaire. They are enemies. I think it's also a second chance romance eventually, and it ends on a cliffhanger, I want to say, because this is a continuing duology. The synopsis for the first book is very vague, and the synopsis for the second book I don't want to read because I don't want to spoil book 1 for me, but those are all very fun tropes. I'm a sucker for enemies to lovers personally, so just from that, I'm excited about these 2. Kennedy Ryan is super hyped up. Everybody loves her, so I think this will be a very fun time. But our members voted for this book duology, this book set, and we'll be reading it in January. I'll have content warnings that I can find for this set down below if you want to check them out. But this is a traditionally published duology, so hopefully should be readily available at places to purchase or borrow from the library. This is our January pick, and I think it will be a very fun way to kick off 2025. Our February pick is In the Weeds by B.K. Borison. This is the second book in the Love Light series, but the first book is a Christmas or a holiday romance, I think, so we've just decided to jump in with book 2. But this is about a grumpy farmer and a social media manager, and the second chance that they get. I'm guessing it's small town of some sort because he is a farmer, but I guess they meet at this bar one night. She ends up disappearing, and Beckett decides that he has to move on from her. I guess he kind of fell for her a little bit, or started to kind of like her after the time that they spent together that night, and wants to move on when she disappears. However, they end up meeting again, and they get a second chance at love. It is considered to be a romantic comedy, so I'm hoping it makes me giggle and gives me all the fun vibes while also being very, very sweet. I have heard really great things about B.K. Borison as well. She has also gotten very popular since these books have released, and I'm looking forward to giving her a try. But this is our February pick. And then our March 2025 pick is one that is a very big book, but it's by one of my favorite authors, and I'm excited to read this one because I've had it on my shelf for a while. It is signed by the author. I kind of forgot until I opened up the book a few minutes ago, and I think it'll probably make me cry because all of her books so far have made me tear up, if not full on cry. So our March 2025 pick is going to be June 1st by Jennifer Hartman. I just skimmed the back of the book a little bit, and it sounds a little bit taboo. I think it's step siblings or something like that, where they lived together and grew up together in the same house but they're not related by blood. Because when Brant, our main male character, was 6, his father made a choice that altered the course of his entire life. So Brant was adopted by his best friend's parents, and his best friend is a girl, and they grew up together, and so the only girl that he has ever loved becomes the only girl that he can never have, which sounds so sad and so tough. But I guess the lines between them blur as they grow older and kind of seems taboo. But I've heard really good things about this book. I have read 2 books by Jennifer Hartman. I've read Still Beating and Lotus. I had to go look at the books for a second right there and love them both. Both were 4 or 5 star reads for me. I think Still Beating was 5 stars and Lotus was 4 stars. Loved them both. I did a reading vlog on Jennifer Hartman last year, giving her like a taste test, and really enjoyed both of those books. I got to meet her at an event last year as well, and so she signed this copy of my book and I got to talk to her for a little bit. At that point I hadn't read any of her books, but since then I have read a couple, and of course I've already said that I've loved them. I do expect for there to be tears with this book. Jennifer Hartman seems to write very emotional and very impactful books in that way, so I'm scared about it, but I'm also excited. This book is very thick though. She is 500 pages almost, 467 pages, and big, and the text is not that large, so it should be a longer read probably, and it might be the only book that I can get to in March with all my thesis stuff that'll be happening at that point. But I am excited to get to this book. I kind of hope it makes me cry because she hasn't let me down with that yet. I just want to read the last couple of sentences of the synopsis. I don't normally do this, but it just sounds like so sad. As the years press on, that line between them keeps blurring, and the blurrier the line, the easier it is to cross. Despite how forbidden their attraction is, it never feels wrong. They say tragedy comes in 3s. Brant's first tragedy changed him, the second one broke him, and the third one might just heal him. For at the center of all that tragedy, there is a love story. And at the center of that love story, there is June. I have the highest of hopes for this book, and I'm very excited to get to it in March. I'm also kind of scared if I'm being honest. But those are our January, February, and March 2025 book club picks. I am looking forward to all of these. I'm going to grab them all just to show you one more time. I think this is going to be a very fun set of books. I've really enjoyed almost all of our book club picks thus far. I have them all over on a dedicated book club shelf, and just looking at them, most of them have been 4 or 5 star reads for me, which is honestly really cool. So I think these ones are also going to be so much fun and a great mix to add to our book club collection over there. I love hosting this book club with Stasia. I love getting to chat about romance books, and I hope you all will join us for our 2025 quarter 1 picks. If you're looking to join a new book club, please consider ours. It's super low-key, super chill, but we also read some very fun books. Once again, I'll have the Discord link to the description down below, as well as our Instagram. The Instagram is not as heavily populated as the Discord server. We're not as active on there, but the Discord is the place where we chat about the books every month, and we have different channels or categories for all the books, and we all share our thoughts there. These are our books for 2025, the first 3 months of 2025 at least. We'll be announcing our April, May, and June picks in March of next year, so keep an eye out for that video coming. It'll be here before you know it, unfortunately, because time flies nowadays, in my opinion. But these are our 2025 New Year picks, and we hope you are so excited about them. I know that both Stasia and I are as well. If you have read any of these books or plan to read any of them with us, please feel free to comment down below and let me know. I would love any and all reviews and thoughts on these books, as obviously Stasia and I haven't read them yet, but I really have heard great things about all of these and all of these authors, and I'm very excited to dive into each of them in the new year. But that's all that I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.